Hi there, it's Lori, and I've got another dating story for you because, I promised all week. Okay, so today's date, I debated about which one to share with you. But I think I'm going to go ahead and share this one. So this was after my divorce, not right after my divorce, but it was after my divorce. And I was on a second date with a guy. I met him we went to a Mexican restaurant, and it was fine. Everything was good. But, sorry, I was kissy facing at my husband, sort of, but it was a really bad one, so ignore that. All right, so had the Mexican food, walked out to the cars, and he gives me a kiss. And I proceed to throw up right there on the asphalt next to my car. I would love to know what you think he responded. I'll give you a second. What did he respond? If you're thinking, are you okay? How can I help you? Those kinds of things. So those would be normal responses. His response was, that's never happened before. There you go. And then, not only that's what he said. That's the last thing he ever said to me. He got in his car. I got in my car. Never heard from him again. I get home and I'm like, okay, that was weird. I just felt it, all of it felt weird because I didn't feel sick to my stomach, nothing. It felt like it came out of nowhere. So I had decided, okay, I'm going to open my emails, see what's going on there. And I get emails that say they're a message from God, just because I think they're interesting and sometimes they're funny. This one might have been a message from God. Straight. Open it up. Everything I just told you just happened. The message from God was, sometimes your body knows. Take that for what it's worth. True story. All right. So I'm going to do Whip Wednesdays, but I have so many whips. Okay. What whips are here? So this is not a whip anymore, but this was the miniature version of this stocking. Well, I learned by doing this stocking that I did this heel wrong, but it's okay. It doesn't matter. It's a mini. Because, yeah, it shouldn't look like that. Anyway, so you can see the stitches. Now, this does have third loop only, so I'm using a bigger hook. And it is pretty stretchy, which is something that's important for my Christmas stockings because I fill them full. I'm still working on the tote bag. I had to put all kinds of stitch markers in. She recommended for this first row marking the skipped stitches just so you could see where they were. I probably will only do that a couple times. I'm pretty good once I get going on a pattern, but I haven't gotten to the real pattern part. But that was a three single crochets, chain one, skip one. So the skip ones are sort of marked, and then I'm finally using my numbered stitch markers. And so that's to tell me that last row was row 3. So I'm now, when I finish this, I'll change this out and make it row 4. So, yeah. So that's where I'm at on it's going to be a tote bag. This one will be new to you. This one I had something more, and I pulled it out because my daughter didn't like it. She wanted me to make it, and I don't know if, you can see the sparkles. So she wanted this in yellow sparkle. It's going to be a cardigan. This is the ribbing part. I'm using a 9mm hook for this yarn, which the ball band is buried in here. Bernat Baby Blanket Sparkle. Using the 9mm furls. I do actually really like this hook. It's so light. So those are my whips sitting here, but I feel like I have more, but maybe I don't. Anyway, the stocking is for my newest son-in-law, and it's part of Camille's Happy Holiday Challenge. So So is the tote bag is not for my son-in-law, but the tote bag is for the Happy Holidays challenge. The tote bag is for someone else, and I'm not going to say who at this moment. Anyway, I'm going to show you another yarn. So I'm going to show you some Happy Mail. I'm keeping an eye on the time. I wanted to show you this. This one, Premier Parfait. I've never had this in a solid color. I love this red. This is so fantastic. I'm probably actually going to end up using this, but I might, because it's fun, keep that. That's Shannon's work. Shannon Another Yarn. And it's clearly knit, so she has this through the stitches. So just for the fun of it, I might keep that. I'm sure she was just swatching, seeing if she liked it in this yarn, whatever she was playing with it. But that's Shannon Another Yarn's work. So, like I said, I'll probably keep it. Might even do something like that. Or put a stick through there and then use that to hang it. I don't know. It's not much yardage off of there, so... Oh, what are the specs? Premier Yarns, color is burgundy. 574 yards. That's a lot. 525 meters. 10.5 ounces, 300 grams, 100% polyester. Bulky 5. It says use 5.5 millimeter needles or 6.5 millimeter hook. Machine wash, warm, dry, flat. You can iron. Don't bleach. And you can dry clean with the pea. So you can pee. All right. So that one's fun because it has a little bit of her work there. Like I said, I'm going to play with that and figure out how I can display that just for the fun of it. All right. Next up is there's 10 of these. Now I like the Himalaya brand. I believe this is off Hirschner's. I think. The Himalaya brand, they come in 5. You can see why she did not want this yarn. That's a little thick for her taste. This is 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 155 meters, 170 yards. Oh, so sorry. All right. 74% acrylic, 13% polyamide. Sorry, yes. And 13% wool. I'm going to see. Am I okay with this one? Because I'm trying to test what percent of wool bothers me. Yeah, see, I don't think I could wear that. That one's close, though. So probably 10% or less. I'm not allergic. It just kind of irritates my skin. So beautiful colorway. There's 10 balls of it that just all similar. And it's Party, or Rank, R-E-N-K. I don't know if that's Rank 606. I think that's the color. So 10 of these, and that's a big yarn. It is not roving, though. It is like chain spun or something. I would say it's almost like braided, or like an I-cord is almost what that looks like, because it doesn't have the filling. Anyway, so there's 10 of those. That probably will be gifted to somebody, or I will make something for somebody who can wear wool. Now, let me show you this one. I have some purple that will go with this. Again, you're seeing why this is probably not her typical brand. Velux. It is 5.3 ounces, 150 grams, 246 yards, 225 meters, 100% polyester, medium weight 4. Yeah, but it might be on the thick side of 4, but it's definitely 4. I wouldn't call it a 5, and I wouldn't call it a 3 for sure. 4.5 millimeter needles, 5 millimeter hook. The color is silver. I have this exact same yarn. I think I have two balls of it in a lavender color. So those will go really well together. So I can definitely make something with that. All right. Now, here's the funny stuff. Do you see that? I don't know how well you can read that. That says limited edition. Does anybody know why that's funny? Because it seemed unlimited. Everybody that was getting Santa sacks or any kind of mystery bags or whatever they were getting this limited edition. Now it feels nice and durable. Like you could make a rug with that, or you could make I'm so sorry, that wool's making my nose itch. You could make baskets. It's 100% acrylic, 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 186 yards, 170 meters. I can tell this will dry out my skin. I'm going to need my lotion. I have 3 or 4 lotions back there. Not that I have ever mentioned that before. I don't think I have. This is called Graze. with an S, Grays. So this one is called, yeah, it's more drying than rough. It like literally feels like it's sucking the moisture out of my hands. This is called Neutrals with an S. See? Oh, I forgot to say. You can wash, don't bleach, you can dry, don't iron, don't dry clean. 6.5 millimeter hook. Did I say that? And 5.5 millimeter needles. Anyway, so let's see. How many of these do I have? I do appreciate it though. I needed some, I have nothing like this that's kind of a sturdy yarn. Okay. That's 6 of those. I just want to make sure these were all the same. Is that one grays too? I would have called this off-white, but I suppose it's a very pale gray. That's fine. It's called grays. Okay, 4. And then some partials. So probably we'll call that 5. That looks like together that's probably a whole one. She made a basket, I think she told me, with that. Oh, wait, is that grays? Interesting. Those don't look like the same color. But they're all labeled grays. Maybe that's a dye lot thing. All right. Maybe that's another reason people were making jokes about the limited edition. And then this is, let me make sure it says grays. No, this says neutrals. What in the what? So this says neutrals and these say neutrals. This says grays and this says grays. So I guess they just generically, okay, if it's in the gray family, it's over here. If it's neutral, how are these any different? Those look the same, but this one's labeled neutral. I don't know. Well, maybe this label is wrong. Maybe it's this. Okay, so I'm going to assume it's that. And then what I would actually call it, like a dark gray. This is also called grays. So I'm finding reasons why people have feelings about the limited edition. What's this one called? Grays. Greys. Okay, that's just humorous to me. That can't be a dye lot thing. All right, so the ones labeled grays, I'm going to put that with the neutrals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 grays. This one's the only one that's this dark gray. The brown neutrals, there are 6. Of these pale neutrals, there are, we're going to call it 4. And so, yeah, interesting. So, I'm certainly grateful, and it's all lovely yarn, but this I will definitely get use out of because I have something to go with it. And this, I'll either make a sweater or I will gift this to somebody that likes the wool content. Anyway, that's my another yarn. Just remember, my message from God was, your body knows. Sometimes your body knows. There you go. Thanks for coming in, and can I get an amen?